see 58-40. So all right, well, we're 30 seconds from game time. Officials today are Joe Wolf, Matt Kettler, and Mr. Kirkman from Atkinson. All right, we'll also get you, I'll be doing starting lineups here in a moment, and we'll do those as they do them. So it's live for you. This is also broadcasted here on Creighton Community Radio. They like to thank J.E. Grain Company for their underwriting support, serving all of your grain and feed needs, with locations throughout all of Northeast Nebraska, including Creighton, with Larry Jacobson as the manager. Business hours in Creighton are on Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Thank you to J.E. Grain Company for supporting the mission of Creighton Community Radio. So it's nearly game time here in balmy Rock County High School in Bassett, Nebraska. I said 7 degrees when we pulled in. I think I lied. It was more like 1, I believe. So the starting lineups first for the visitors from Creighton. Your first starter, number 4, 5'5" freshman, Claire Meyer. Number 12, Tatum Tauber. Number 14, a 5'1" sophomore, Aspen Fulton. And then your seniors for the Bulldogs, a 5'6" senior, number 30, Brooke Fanda, and a 5'6" senior, number 44, Elena Duden. Bulldogs are coached by Melissa Weber as assistant coach, head coach Ashley Kettleson. And now your Lady Warriors from Neligh-Oakdale. J.C. Gadigan, a 5'7" sophomore, there's number 10. 5'4" senior, number 21, Ashley Bellero. 5'3" junior, number 22, Jacqueline Luna Duran. 5'9" senior, number 23, Hadasha Eckert. And a 5'3" sophomore, number 33, that's Bree Kester. Mentioned earlier, Coach Tanner Knudsen, assistant coach Riley Pauly, and Tyler Dorr. All right, so as we get ready for tip-off here, we've got the 7 and 14 Neligh-Oakdale Lady, 7 and 15 Neligh-Oakdale Lady Warriors, the 5 and 17 Creighton Lady Bulldogs. Creighton will be going from right to left on your screen, or if you're listening, that's what they're doing. Neligh-Oakdale will be going from left to right. Doing the jump for the Creighton Lady Bulldogs, number 12, that's Tatum Tauber, and for the Warriors, that'll be number 23, Heckert. Once again, thanks for tuning in. If you're tuning in from Neligh, if you're on the live stream, we do appreciate Rock County High School providing that live stream. Also, hopefully we can give you a somewhat unbiased approach to the game. Here's your tip, number 23, Heckert tips it. It's possessed by number 21, passed over to Heckert, top of the key. Picked up there by Juden. Pass over to number 10, Meyer goes for the ball, doesn't get the pick off, and there's a pass from Gadigan over to Kester, and it goes out of bounds. It'll be Bulldog basketball. And it inbounds it to Fulton. Fulton dribbles up the middle of the court. Across the timeline over to Fan on the left side. Inbounded to Elena Juden off her left side. Left-handed layup and in. 2-point bucket there by Elena Juden.
Nice pass there by Brooke Fana.
Shaking up on the play is number 23, Heckert from Neligh-Oakdale. Went down almost right away there. So she's able to come off with the help of Coach Knudsen. Into the ballgame for the Lady Warriors is number 20, a 5'11" junior, Sydney Shabram. All right, 7:39 remaining in the first quarter. Bulldogs up 2-0. Ball's inbounded, backcourt, brought up by Gadigan. Gadigan dribbles, guarded by Meyer, off the right side. Kester. Kester holds it, guarded by Fana. Pass over to number 21. That's Cabello. Pass over to number 20, right elbow. Kick over to Gadigan. Gadigan dribbles the top of the key. 12 on the shot clock. Neligh runs a roll. Pass into number 33, Kester. Off the roll, Fana comes in and gets her on the arm. That'll be a two-shot foul for Kester. Be Fana's first foul, first team foul. And Kester goes to the line, shooting 2. Late shot clock. Good play by the Lady Warriors. Kester's first free throw is off the mark on the left side. 1 remaining. Kester's free throw is on the way. It's short off the front iron, but in. Inbounded by Tauber over to Fana. Back to Tauber in the backcourt. Press on by Neligh. Over to Meyer. Close to the timeline. She dribbles across with the left hand. Guarded tightly by the Warriors. Warriors in a 2-3 zone. Left side to Fana. Juden off the left side. Oh, layup just goes out. And number 10 with a rebound. Gadigan. She's off to the right side. Off the races in transition. Passed off to number 22. Doran. Passed inside, number 21. Off the right side to Kester. Offensive rebound by Luna Duran. Shot up, 3-point attempt, no good. Battle for the rebound. It's loose ball on the floor. Couple Warriors. Passed off to the right side to Kester. Top of the key. Over the left side. Clear over the corner for Gadigan. Little roll cut through the middle. Gadigan dribbles to the right side. Pass to the right side. Number 21. That's Cabello. Picked up her dribble. Guarded tightly by Tauber. Mishandled. Back to the Warriors. And Fana's going to pick up her second foul. That's going to be a big-time foul there with only 6:15 remaining in the first. That'll be Brooke Fana's second foul. That'll send number 21, Ashley, to Bellero. I do apologize if we are mispronouncing. I did ask the scorekeeper for some help there. First free throw is on the way. It's off the front iron and out. So Fana with her second foul here early in this first quarter. Bulldogs are a little short-staffed. That one could be a challenge here.
Katie Hoffman checks in for Brooke.
Second free throw is on the way. It's up off the front iron, bounces on the back iron, and in. That'll tie the ball game 2-2. 6:15 remaining in the first quarter. Neligh-Oakdale stays with the press. Bolton picks up her dribble. Passed off to Tauber on the right side. Up past the timeline. Over outstretched hands of Katie Hoffman and out of bounds. The turnover Bulldogs. It'll be Lady Warrior basketball. Bulldogs just picked up the Warriors in the half court. Here comes Gadigan. Dribbles at the top of the timeline. Guarded by Meyer. Goes by Meyer off the right side. Kicks to the corner. 3-point attempt by Kester. Off the mark. Offensive rebound again for the Lady Warriors. They'll get a fresh shot clock. Here's Gadigan guarded closely by Meyer. Dribble off the right side. Pass her to
Luna Duran.
And off to the left side. Left-handed dribble by Gadigan. Kicked out to Cabello. She's guarded by Fulton. 2-3 zone. Hoffman comes up to guard Gadigan. Drops back in. Short corner attack. And high-low turnover by the Warriors. Meyer picks up the ball. Comes up. Crosses the timeline. Right-handed dribble. Pushed off the right side over to Aspen Fulton. Fulton eyes a three. Denies it. Decides not. Takes baseline dribble. Tries a reverse layup. No good. Offensive rebound for Claire Meyer. Kicked out to Tauber. Mishandled. Right-handed dribble off the right side. Tauber backs out of that. Trapped by the Warriors. First time out of the ball game. That'll be a 30-second timeout by Coach Kettleson of the Bulldogs. 5:09 remaining in the first quarter. It's Bulldogs 2, Warriors 2.
Thank you to 59 Express for their underwriting support of Creighton Community Radio. 59 Express is a full-service convenience store located on Main Street. They are open from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. They also have 24-hour gas and diesel fuel pumps. For more information, you can reach 59 Express at 402-358-5699. Creighton Community Radio appreciate 59 Express's continued support of the mission of our station. When you take that off.
Yeah, I know. All right, coming out of the timeout, it'll be Bulldogs ball on the right-hand side. Inbounded there by Fulton. Over to Fulton. Long pass. Tipped, saved, but back 2 of the Bulldogs, and backwards Fulton with the basketball. Left-handed dribble. Little 2 pressure up top by the Warriors. Fulton's trapped at the top of the key. Passes over to Meyer. Meyer with the left-handed dribble. Going to get the first foul on the Warriors. That'll be foul on number 21. That's Ashley Cabero. So 4:52 remaining in the first quarter. Tauber the inbound. Inbounded to Fulton. Contested. Tipped by the Warriors. And going to get Tauber on the line to be out of bounds. Turnover Bulldogs. The Warriors are going to try at their first lead of the ball game. Here's Gadigan across the timeline. Passed over to Cabero. Bulldogs running a 2-3 zone. Pass to Gadigan, top of the key. Back to Cabero. Kester, excuse me. Picked off by Claire Meyer. She's in the running layup. Meyer, that's good. Bulldogs up 4-2. 4:32 left in the first quarter. Both teams in a 2-3 zone. Meyer, Gadigan gets past her. Excuse me. Yep, Gadigan past her. Meyer with a steal there. Left-handed dribble. And that's going to get a foul on number 33, Bree Kester. Reached in as Meyer's dribbling with her left hand. About the spike line. So 2 fouls on each team here. That'll be Kester's first. Tauber at the inbound. Bulldogs in a box inbound set. Fulton screens for Meyer. Meyer catches it up top of the key. 2-3 zone by the Warriors. Over the left side to Tauber. Tauber back to top. Picked off there by number 10, Gadigan, and fouled by number 4, Claire Meyer. That'll be her first personal, 3rd team foul. So 4:15 remaining in the first quarter. Bulldogs 4, Warriors 2. Inbounded to Gadigan. Guarded up top by Meyer. Gadigan across the timeline. High post entry. Number 21 over the left side. That's number 20 with the air ball there. Picked up by Hoffman. Rebounded. Tauber will bring it up. She travels before she puts the ball on the ground, apparently. That'll be another turnover there on the Bulldogs. 4:02 remaining in the first quarter. Inbounded by Luna Duran for the Warriors. Inbounded to number 10, Gadigan. Gadigan, top of the key, pulls up the left. Pass over the right side. Number 42, little baseline runner. Is off the mark, rebounded by Tauber, but over the back to be number 21. That foul is going to be on Ashley Cabero.
Second.
That'll be her second personal, 3rd team foul. Warriors sub into the ball game. Number 41, Graceland Weebelhaus. Ball's inbounded to Meyer. 2-1-2 press here by the Warriors. Little mishandle, ball's loose, picked up by Fulton. We got 1 second to get across the timeline. That'll be a 10-second violation on the Bulldogs. Wasn't sure the officials were paying attention to it at the time, but obviously they were. All right, turnover Bulldogs. Ball's inbounded to number 10, J.C. Gadigan. High post entry over to number 41. That's Grayson Weebelhaus. Gadigan with a 3-point attempt off the mark. Out of the hands of Hoffman into number 22. Luna Duran. Ball's picked off by Tauber. Tauber into the front court. She passes over to Meyer, who runs the floor. Meyer up and in for a 2-point bucket. 6-2 Bulldogs. 3:22 mark in the first quarter. Bulldogs up 6-2. Gadigan the left-handed dribble. Passed over to the left-hand corner to Weebelhaus. Weebelhaus passes the high post to number 42, Tolema. And she's going to be fouled by Hoffman. That foul's on number 24, Katie Hoffman. That'll be her first foul. 2 shots here for number 42, Riley Tolema.
So that's the team 4th, or no?
Yeah, fifth team foul by the Bulldogs. So shooting the rest of the way in this quarter for the Warriors.
I think it's just the 4th. I don't think they have that correct.
I think you're right. So first free throw by the Warriors is off the mark. Here's the second free throw on the way. It's going to be short off the front iron. Rebounded by Gadigan. Gadigan up and is fouled by number 44, Elena Juden. Casey Gadigan with the rebound, the offensive rebound. No, that foul is not going to be on Juden. That's going to be on Fulton.
Now that's the team 5th, so they'll be shooting fouls.
Her
here
first foul. I think they called it on
Aspen
Fulton. Gadigan's first free throw is off the mark. 3:09 remaining in the first quarter. Bulldogs on top, 6-2 over the Warriors. Gadigan's second free throw on the way. It's rims out. Picked up by Meyer. Pass over to Fulton. Brings it up, crosses the timeline. Fulton pass to high post to Meyer. Meyer takes the left-hand dribble to Hoffman. Hoffman shoots one from the baseline. Defensive rebound by the Warriors. Gadigan off up the middle of the court. A bit of transition here against the 2-3 zone. Gadigan's pass over to Luna Duran is mishandled and out of bounds. It'll be turnover Warriors. Bulldog basketball. Ball's inbounded to Fulton. Fulton across the timeline. Going to see some man-to-man defense by the Warriors. Trapped on Fulton. Pass over to Meyer on the right side. She drives baseline. Top by Gadigan. Pass to Juden. Juden off the left side. Dribbles, gets it tipped. Dribbles again. She gets a shot off. Rebounded by number 20. That's Shabram with the rebound.
Kind of thought they were maybe could have called a double dribble.
Yeah, I thought maybe they thought they got it tipped. But here's Gadigan off the right side. Guarded by Hoffman. Passed over to the left side to Luna Duran. Luna Duran with a pull-up jumper. Off the mark, but offensive rebound. It's over to Weeblehouse. Weeblehouse dribbles over, passes to Gadigan. A short corner shot. That's for Tolima. It's off the mark, rebounded by Tauber, and that'll be a foul on the Warriors. I think that's going to be on Weeblehouse.
Yep.
Is that correct?
Yes. And that'll be their fourth team.
So Weeblehouse's first foul, fourth team foul. 5 team fouls for the Bulldogs, 4 for the Warriors. Everybody's shooting 2 from here on out in the first quarter.
So Kester checks back in there for Weeblehouse.
Number 33, Kester. She checks back into the ballgame. Ball's inbounded to Fulton. She gets tipped, picks it up, trapped by the Warriors. Steps through the trap, but one too many steps, and that'll be a travel on the Bulldogs. So pressure here by the Warriors has given the Bulldogs some struggles early on. Also given the Bulldogs some opportunities. Here's Gadigan, right-handed, pass off to the right side. Cross skip pass over to Luna Duran. Pull-up jumper, off the mark, rebounded by Elena Juden. Juden pivots, passes out to Fulton. Fulton on the run, you got Meyer up ahead. Pass to Meyer, up. Layups this off the mark, rebounded by Gadigan. Not by Gadigan, but pass off to Gadigan. Gadigan in the open court. Slowed up by Meyer. Pull-up jumper by Gadigan's off the mark. That rebound's going to be off of Elena Juden. Number 42, Riley Tillumna, was right on her left side there. Inbound play by number 33, Kester, is batted away by number 24, Katie Hoffman, or number 4, Meyer. Here's an inbound play again. Warriors line up in a 1-3. They send Luna Duran down and into the corner. She's from the corner. 3-point attempt is off the mark, rebounded by Katie Hoffman. Hoffman pivots, passes over to Fulton. You got Meyer up ahead. Fulton picks up her dribble, passes to Tauber across the timeline. Right-handed dribble on the right side. Tauber. Skip pass over to Meyer. Meyer takes one back to the middle of the elbow. Baseline to Hoffman. Back to Meyer, just outside the elbow. Shots off the mark. Offensive rebound by Fulton. Fulton takes a 17-foot shot. Off the mark. Offensive rebound again by Meyer. Juden picks it up. Left-handed shot. Off the mark. There's a defensive rebound by Kester. And it's off to Gadigan. Gadigan brings it across the timeline. 52 seconds remaining in the quarter. Luna Duran. 3-point attempts off the mark. That one's going to be out of bounds on the Warriors. Juden in there battling for the rebound. You're entered in the ballgame. There's Leah Lilly. Gives Claire Meyer a breather. 1-2-2 press by the Warriors. Inbounded to Fulton. Fulton keeps her dribble. Dribbles through the press. Over the top to Juden. Juden, left-handed shot. They're going to get a foul here. Juden will be shooting 2.
Going to be on Tolima. First personal. 15. And Juden will be shooting 2.
Juden at the line for first of 2 shots. First shot, left-handed shot. Off the front iron, short, no good. 39.7 seconds remaining in the quarter. Bulldogs up 6-2 on the Warriors. Here's Juden with her second attempt. Up that one short, off the front iron. Kester picks it up. Kester in transition. Across the timeline, pass over to Kester. Kester with a short runner, and that'll be in for 2. 4-6. Bulldogs on top, 6-4. Here's Fulton. Dribbles across the timeline with some pressure from the Warriors. Trapped, gets it out to Tauber. Tauber, left-handed pass over to Leah Lilly. Kicked up by Hoffman. They're going to get her for a travel. So 17 and a half seconds remaining in the first quarter. Warriors 6, Bulldogs 4, both teams with 5 team fouls. Gadigan crosses the timeline, guarded up top by Fulton and Lilly. In the 2-3 zone for the Bulldogs. And the Warriors throw it out of bounds over the outstretched hands of number 33, Bree Kester. 10 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. Warriors in their 1-2-2 press. Putting pressure on Fulton. Fulton dribbles out past it. Picks up her dribble. Tipped.
Good.
Gets her dribble back across the timeline. Forwards it over to Juden. Juden who picks it up. Tipped by Gadigan and then turnover, but doesn't matter here. We're at the end of the first quarter. After one, it's Bulldogs 6, Warriors 4. Give you a quick rundown of back into the ballgame for the Bulldogs. There's number 30, Brooke Vanna. She does have 2 fouls. And is there one Warrior with 2 fouls or not?
Yes, number 21, Cabrera.
So number 21's in the ballgame playing with 2 fouls here in the second quarter. Second quarter's underway. Inbounded Fulton, tossed off to Vanna on the right side. Inbounded to Juden. They're going to get number 20, Sydney Shabram, with her foul. They're reaching across.
That's her first personal, and obviously first team.
Inbound by Brooke Vanna, box set by the Bulldogs. Inbounded to Meyer on the right-hand wing. Left-handed dribble to the top of the key. She turns back to the right side. Held up there by Kester. Tries to enter into Juden. Doesn't get it there. That'll be Gadigan with it. Picks it up. She'll be bringing it across the timeline. Guarded up high by Meyer. Passed over to Fulton, or by Fulton. Into the corner. Trapped by the Bulldogs. They entered in. Pass over to Luna Duran. High shot from Gadigan. 3-point line. Off the mark. Rebounded by Fulton. Fulton passes out front to Meyer, but it's tipped off by Gadigan and out of bounds. It's remain Bulldog basketball. 7:24 remaining in the second quarter. Bulldogs 6, Warriors 4. Bulldogs with the box set inbounds. Brooke Vanna inbounds it to Meyer. Meyer at the top of the key. Takes a right-handed dribble into the paint. Drops it off to Juden. Juden kicks it over to Tauber, who takes a 3-point basket, and it's up and good. 3-pointer, Tatum Tauber. Bulldogs up 9-4. Here's Gadigan across the timeline. Guarded by Claire Meyer. Over the left side to Kester. Enters into the high post. Shot by Luna Duran is off the mark. Rebounded by
Elena Juden.
And then fouled by
Shabram, which is her second personal and second team.
So fouls are going to play a part in this ballgame almost inevitably. The Warriors having two starters with foul, or well, 120 didn't start, but 2 with 2 fouls. Inbounded to Fulton against the press, over to Vanna. Vanna dribbles across the timeline on the right side. She's going all the way to the baseline, loses it out of bounds. Turnover Bulldogs.
Which I know she just turned it over there, but it will help to have Brooke Vanna back in the game here.
As smooth as they've broken the press
the
whole game there. So. 6:50 remaining here in the second quarter. 9-4 Bulldogs on top of the Warriors. Gadigan across the timeline. Passed over to Luna Duran. Duran guarded by Fulton. Passed over to Gadigan left side. Entered into number 42, Telemina. Tries passing it out to number 21, Ashley Cabero. And it's off of Fanta's foot and out of bounds. It'll be Warrior basketball. Warriors at the inbound. Luna Duran, top of the key, dribble the right-hand side into the paint. Takes 2 steps, puts one up, and no good. Out of bounds. It'll be Bulldog basketball. Juden did a nice job of not coming down on that,
Yep,
stepping up.
she just stood straight up.
And is inbound to Tauber. Pressed by the Warriors. Thrown over to Fulton. Fulton comes down.
They're going to get, shoot.
Juden's going to get called for an illegal screen on that one.
If she would have just stayed put, it would have been fine, but
Yep.
she kept moving down the baseline, or down the lane.
So legal screen by Elena Juden. That'll be
Her first
first
personal.
foul, which is important. And first team foul. Here's Gadigan dribbling up the floor. Bulldogs in a 2-3 zone. Gadigan across the timeline. Passed over to Kester, who now passed over to Luna Duran, who takes a three-point shot off the mark. The offensive rebound by Kester, put back up and good. 9-6, Bulldogs are on top. Fulton throws one up for Juden. It's a race to the ball. It's saved by the Warriors. Passed up to Gadigan across the timeline. She's attacking the rim. Out of control. They're going to call a travel there. I wasn't sure.
I think that's probably the right call.
I think so as well.
Probably a little out of control there.
Now the Warriors set their press. Inbounded to Fulton. Back to Fanta. Fanta dribbles it up. Pulls back. Warriors across the half court. Picked off by the Warriors. Here's Luna Duran with a layup and up and good. Bulldogs up 9-8. But the Warriors making a run. 5-0 run for the Warriors. Second timeout of the ball game. That'll be Ashley Kettleson taking that 30-second timeout. 5:44 left in the second quarter. It's Bulldogs 9, Warriors 8. Programming on Creighton Community Radio is brought to you by Jana Osborne, real estate broker for residential, commercial, and agricultural. Jana can help you with your buying and selling needs. Jana can be reached at 402-394-1389. Thank you to Jana Osborne, real estate broker, for supporting Creighton Community Radio. Shout out to the hosts, Rock County High School, the live stream. Thank you for letting us tune into it, or tuning us into it. They may regret it when they're done.
Yeah, I don't know if that's a good idea.
Hopefully, for you Neligh-Oakdale fans that are out there watching, we're trying not to be super biased. If you know me, you know I'm pretty biased. So, anyhow, inbound play there by Fana is knocked out of bounds by number 22, Luna Duran. It'll remain Bulldog basketball. 33 on the shot clock. They'll get a new 10-second clock here. Ball inbounded by Fanta. Passed off to Fulton. Off the left side of Fana, across the timeline. Fana, pass tipped by Gadigan. Going to be a turnover. Picked up by Luna Duran. She's dribbling it up. She gets a high dribble, too high. They call her for a carry. Turnover, Warriors. Ball inbounded in the corner over to Fulton, and it's going to be saved by the Warriors. Pass to Gadigan, guarded by Meyer. Gadigan to the hoop. She passes off to Luna Duran. Duran to the top of the key to Cabrera. Three-point bucket, banks it home. Warriors take their first lead of the ball game, 11-9, 5:14 remaining in the second quarter. Meyer across the time on a left-handed dribble. Back to the right. She passes to Fana. Off her foot, picks it back up. Fana's dead at the top of the key. Lobs one into Juden, who catches it. Left-handed dribble down the baseline. They're calling her out of bounds. Elena Juden defended on the play by number 42, Riley Tilema.
Yeah, you keep wanting to put an N in there.
I know. I went to a cheese factory that had another letter in there, and I screwed up, so I apologize. Getting it across the timeline. 2-3 zone by the Bulldogs. Back to the top to Kester. Kester into Weeblehouse.
No.
That's Tilema, who spins to her right, back to her left, and off the back glass and in. Warriors up 13-9. Then his inbound passes over the outstretched hands of number 4, Claire Meyer, and it'll be a turnover on the Bulldogs. 4:41 left in the second quarter. Bulldogs kind of lost the momentum bug here. Ball inbounded to Gadigan, top of the key. Gadigan to the right side. Back to Gadigan. Over to Luna Duran. Into the post to Tilema. My apologies again. Defensive rebound by Juden, but it's lost. Stolen then by Fana. Foul or travel. We got a foul, which I expected, on one of the Warriors. Foul on number 42.
Which would be her second personal.
That's Tilema's second personal foul. That's their third team foul with 4:25 in the second quarter. Ball's inbounded to Fulton. 1-2-2 press. Fulton breaks off the dribble. She passes, tries to get a pass off to Meyer. It's stolen by Kester. Kester brings it across the timeline, guarded there by Meyer. Bulldogs still in the 2-3 zone. Gadigan passes off to the right side. Back to Gadigan at the top of the key. Luna Duran, left-handed dribble, stopped by Tauber. Gadigan into the paint. She's a Euro step, gets her own rebound, up off the glass too hard. There's Kester for the offensive rebound to put back with the foul by the Bulldogs. Offensive rebounds have been hard on the Bulldogs. That foul's going to be on number 14. That'll be Fulton's.
Second.
Well, they put first on the board, so somebody has a foul we got wrong, if that's correct, or they're wrong. Kester's free throw is short. 13-9. The Warriors are struggling at the free throw line.
Mm-hmm.
The Bulldogs have only been there twice, it appears. The Warriors have been there a ton.
They're 2 for 10, or 2 for 9. 3 for 10 now.
Jinxton, Kester's second free throw is up and good. 1-2-2 press, inbounded to Fulton. Warriors stick with their press, stolen by Gadigan. Gadigan's pass over to Luna Duran, back to Gadigan, off the glass, and in 16-9. Warriors on a 12-0 run. That'll be a third timeout of the ball game. All three called by the Bulldogs. That'll be a full timeout called by Coach Kettleson. 16-9, 12-0 run by the Warriors. Their press is kind of starting to eat away at the Bulldogs.
Turnovers are definitely.
Seven points, if you just take those off the board, you're tied up 9-9. Offensive rebounds are killers. All right, 3:46 remaining in the second quarter. Neligh-Oakdale Warriors up 16-9 on the Lady Bulldogs. 1-2-2 press by the Warriors, inbounded to Fulton from Fanta. Fanta across the middle to Meyer. Meyer across the timeline, over to Juden. Juden with her right hand off the glass, too hard. Kester with the rebound, almost held ball, kicked out to Gadigan, who fires it up to Luna Duran.
Oh, man, they're going to pick up Aspen there.
Duran catches it. Fulton just almost a situation of bad spot more than anything. Not
That's
really a
3 on Aspen.
We've got her down for 3. The board has her for 2. Moeller has her for 3 as well. I just looked down. Kaylin Moeller has her for the third personal. So into the ball game is number 24, Katie Hoffman. Luna Duran in the corner here on the inbound. Now she's being guarded. Top kicked over to Caballero. Kicked over to Luna Duran. Down to Kester. Kester catches it. She's trapped by Hoffman and Juden. Kester throws one up. Rebound. Mishandled by Fana. She was kind of on the backside. Long rebound. And it just hits her on the hands there. Kind of a hard play and out of bounds. So the Warrior basketball underneath. Inbounded. It'll be Gadigan with the 14-foot shot from the baseline. That's a nice little inbound play.
It was.
18-9 Warriors on top. Still with a 1-2-2 press. Meyer dribbles it up. Fires one over to Fana. Over her outreach hands and out of bounds. Turnover Bulldogs. That's number 10 in the quarter, I believe. 18-9 Neligh on top. It was 9-4 not too long ago. Inbounded to Gadigan. Gadigan picks up a dribble. Kester on the right side. Fires a skip pass over to Luna Duran. 3-point attempt on the way. That one falls as well. Luna Duran with her second 3-point bucket, I believe.
Just first.
First one, sorry. Bulldogs break the press, across the timeline to Tauber. Tauber with a right-handed dribble off the left side, right? Well, right-handed dribble to the right side. Picks it up. Pass over to Fana on the right side. Fana, 3-point attempt on the way. Long off the rim, back iron. Tipped out by Luna Duran. Rebounded by Fana. Tipped by someone, and we're going to get a foul on the play. Maybe that foul's going to be on number 21.
That's going to be her third personal.
Her third personal. Well, that'll bring
fourth team.
My name problem into the game. Miss number 42, Riley Telema.
Maybe you should just call her Riley.
I'll go with Riley. Number 42, Riley is into the ball game. I do apologize. Inbounded to Tauber on the left side. Juden posting up in there. Tauber with a right-handed dribble. Replaces with Fanta. Tauber into the paint. Little runner in the lane, just too hard, but Tauber playing hard. Offensive rebound by Tatum Tauber. She takes an 18-foot shot. Rebounded there by the Warriors. Uh-oh.
Oh, man.
I thought that was a loose ball.
I did, too.
They're going to give that foul to number 44, Elena Juden.
It's going to be her second.
That's her second personal foul. 2:14 remaining in the second quarter. Warriors 21, Bulldogs 9. Both teams have 4 team fouls. We're shooting all the way from here on out. Here's Gadigan off the left side to Luna Duran. Duran, one dribble, passed off to Gadigan. High post. That pass is uncontrolled, picked up by Fanta. Outletted to Meyer. Gadigan tips it away. Meyer picks it back up. She's on the right side with no dribble. Passes in
nobody
to
going to the
Juden, but
ball.
they're going to get Riley, number 42, with a foul there. And that'll be 2 shots. That'll be 2 shots for
That's
number
gonna
44,
be
Elena Juden.
her third personal as well.
So Riley Flemma with her 3rd personal foul.
So there are 3 girls in this ball game with 3 fouls already.
And it looks like Graceland Weeblehouse will be entering in. Juden's first free throw is on the way and short. 21-9, Warriors on top. Riley takes a seat and Weeblehouse enters the ball game. Second free throw. Juden's dribble, left-handed attempt. Up on the way, off the left side. Out of bounds off Gadigan. Bulldogs get second life here, minute 55 remaining in the second quarter. Neither team shooting free throws well, really.
No.
Bulldogs in a box set. Warriors in a 2-3 zone. Fan of the inbound. To Meyer off the cut.
Ooh, that's
Looks like
tough.
we're going to get a jump ball.
It's going to go to home.
Luna Duran and Claire Meyer both tied up with that basketball.
It's kind of a tough inbound play there.
It
She
was.
really wasn't in the clearing yet.
So it's on the held ball. It's Warrior basketball. Pass off the left side to Luna Duran. High post entry to number 20, Shabram. To Wheelhouse. Shabram high post. Kicked out to Gadigan. Right side, 3-point line to the corner. That's Kester with the basketball. Guarded by Hoffman. Skip pass to the high post to Luna Duran. Gadigan off the right side. 14 on the shot clock. Kester on the right side. Back to the high post to Shabram. Kicks it out to Luna Duran. That pass is flopped over and picked up by the Warriors. Off the right side, Kester. Offensive rebound by Wheelhouse. Luna Duran. 17-foot shot. Rebound by number 41. That's Wheelhouse. Held ball. That was that Fanta that picked up that grabbed a hold of that one?
Fanta and Meyer kind of there.
Yep. So held ball. That'll be Bulldog basketball. 1:18 left in the second quarter. 1-2-2 press by the Warriors. Inbounded to Meyer. Tipped. Passed over to Fanta. Picked up. Meyer back. Tipped again by the Warriors. That's going to be off the Warriors and out of bounds.
Which is going to help.
Yep.
Or does that not set a new?
Reset. No shot clock reset, but reset to 10 here.
Oh,
so
okay.
Fanta with the basketball to inbound. Inbounded Meyer in the corner.
Yeah.
That could have been a foul, but it wasn't called. Out of bounds. Still Bulldog basketball. 1:07 remaining in the first quarter. 21-9.
You need to learn how to bounce pass.
Here's Fanta inbounded right to Kester. Kester over to Gadigan. Gadigan takes a 6-footer instead of a 2-footer, but it goes in. Gets the roll 23-9. Now we're looking at a 19-0 run for the Warriors. Off to Meyer across the timeline over to Hoffman. Hoffman loses it to Shabram. Gadigan across the timeline. Right-handed dribble. She's pretty fast. She goes at the hoop, off the glass, short, picked up by Hoffman. Hoffman with the rebound. They're going to get Gadigan with a foul. Katie Hoffman will be going to the line.
There's maybe a little bit of a soft foul there, but we'll take it. No offense, Warrior fans, but Gadigan with her first personal.
Gadigan's got a little bit of speed, especially in the open court.
She does.
She's probably
She's
one of the
athletic.
faster dribblers on the floor here tonight. Hoffman's first free throw attempt's on the way. Off the left side, no good. So again,
This is only the second Bulldog, though. That's only Juden's the only one that's shot anything for us.
Hoffman's second free throw up and on the way, and it's in. Nothing but net. 23-9. Lady Warriors on top. That ends a 19-0 run the Warriors have had through the stretch, long stretch here.
23-10, though.
It's 23-10. Sorry. That's
Gadigan.
Gadigan with the basketball left side. Skip pass over to Luna Duran. Left-handed dribble. Baseline shot. Runner. That's good. The Warriors pass the ball really well across skip court. Here's the Bulldogs against the press. Topper across the timeline. Off the left side. Left-handed dribble. She's going to take the three-point look, and it's going to be good. Three-point bucket. Tatum Topper. Bulldogs a little bit of life again. 25-13. Warriors on top. 10 seconds to go. Gadigan off the right side to Luna Duran. Back to Kester. Three-point line. 7 on the clock. Gadigan with the dribble. Off to Luna Duran. She's got a 17-footer off the iron. Rebounded by Kessler. Kessler throws one up. No good. That'll be your halftime score. It'll be Lady Warriors 25, Creighton Bulldogs 13. Bulldogs held scoreless for quite some time there in the second quarter. It was 9-4 at one point. But, yeah, really nice entrance. And, yeah. So the Rock County Tigers is who they were 17 years ago. I don't see too much Tiger stuff around the gym other than they do have Rock County High School. Their old state championship banners are up on the wall.
And what were you at?
We were the Keopaha County Indians, and this was Rock County Tigers. So, yeah, when I was in high school, legendary coach that's going to be retiring, I call him legendary, Coach Todd Hale, is retiring, I believe, after this season. Boys coach at West Holt, but he was here at Rock County at the time, and one of the good ones. So, anyhow,
I didn't know that.
played a lot of summer league games in this gym, and he was the guy that signed off to allow us to do that. So, hats off to Coach Hale if you're listening.
Which I doubt he is.
I doubt it. I mean, we're across the world, right? On the World Wide Web.
Okay.
All right, you can always listen live at CreightonRadio.com. Here's your second quarter getting underway.
Third quarter.
Third quarter, second half. 25-13. The Warriors get one into high post. Kester at the top. Luna Duran at the right side. She skips it over to Gadigan. Back to Luna Duran. Guarded by Fana. She gets a runner off the mark. Defensive rebound by Fana. Toss over to Tauber. Tauber brings it up. Crosses the timeline. Right-handed dribble on the right side. Tauber brings it top of the key. Guarded in 2-3 zone here by the Warriors. Luna Duran off on Fanta. Fanta over to Gadigan. Not to pass, but guarded by Meyer. Baseline runner. 14-foot shot. Off the mark. Out of Tauber's hand. Rebounded by Caballero.
Oh, yep. Sorry.
Here's Gadigan. Crosses the timeline with the basketball. Over to Kester. Kester, wide open three-point look, and that's in. 3-point bucket for
Kester.
Bree Kester. 1-2-2 press for the Warriors. Pass to the top, or across the timeline to Meyer. Here's Fulton with a three-point attempt. It's long off the back iron.
That's
Offensive
Caden
rebound
Tauber.
by Juden. Juden stole away by Gadigan. Juden with a rebound, but Gadigan rips it out of her hands, but I think Gadigan hurts her hand a little bit. Toss off the right side to Luna Duran, and out of bounds. Out of her hands.
I think she might have got hit in the mouth.
Yeah.
Maybe she was.
You don't just take the ball from Juden usually, so.
No.
All right, so turnover Warriors. Here's passed in by the Bulldogs. Meyer across the timeline, back to Fulton. Fulton picks up a dribble. Pass, Gadigan picks it up. It's going to be out of bounds off Gadigan. Fulton and Gadigan both hustle after that basketball. Gadigan's the last one to touch it. Gadigan's, I think got one in the tooth or the lip or something there. So. Inbound by Fanta over to Fulton. Fulton at the top of the key. Fulton into the lane. Goes one up off the shot clock and no good. Got the middle help there, number 20. She's tall, Shabram. She stepped over and kind of took Fulton's vision of the hoop away, I think, there. So Gadigan crosses the timeline over to Luna Duran. Duran almost travels, doesn't. Pass it off the left side to Gadigan. Gadigan skip pass to Luna Duran. There's Kester at the top of the key. Back to Gadigan. They're moving the ball around the well. Skip passed over to Luna Duran. High post touch for Gadigan. Gadigan pulls it up. Short. Rebound by Elena Juden. Really good ball movement by the Warriors, but don't get anything out of it. Fana forwarded to Meyer. Meyer takes a dribble, but too late. And it'll travel to Claire Meyer. A really nice pass up the floor by Fana. Meyer's been able to get behind that Warrior defense, just not enough times. Here's Gadigan, crosses the timeline. Bulldogs in a 2-3 zone. High post touch. That's Luna Duran. It's a 14-foot shot. Offensive rebound of Gadigan. Off the mark. Rebounded by Tauber. Tauber dribbles up. Kester guards her. Warriors stay in their press. Fana brings it across. Almost stolen by Gadigan, but not. Tipped out by Gadigan. Fana tosses off to Fulton. Fulton's three-point attempt off the mark. Rebound, defensive rebound by Gadigan. Warriors with the basketball. Gadigan coming to the half-court circle. Tossed off to Luna Duran. Kester into the high post. Doesn't go there. Top of the key. Back to Luna Duran. Here's Kester. High post touch. Takes right-handed dribble. Luna Duran. Three-point attempt. On the way. Off the mark. Rebounded by Juden. Juden out to Fanta. On the run. 2-on-1 break. 2-on-2 break. Gadigan swipes it out of Fanta's hands. She's Luna Duran. Picks it up. Fulton guards her. Crosses the timeline for the Warriors. Over to Gadigan on the right side. We got a whistle. Timeout. 30-second timeout. Warriors. So that'll be a short timeout for the Warriors. It's 5:02 remaining in the third quarter. Warriors 28, Bulldogs 13. Only scoring this quarter is a three-point bucket by Kester, I believe. Bulldogs have taken care of the basketball better. I think only 2 turnovers in this quarter.
3 turnovers.
3 turnovers, pardon me. Warriors also with a couple turnovers in this quarter as well. A couple mishandled passes. All right, on the floor for the Warriors is Kester, Shabram. The Warriors lost a starter right away with an ankle, I believe.
Cabrero, Luna Duran.
Yep. Bulldogs, we've got Meyer, Fulton, Juden, Fana, and Tauber. High post touch for the Warriors. Back to top to Kester. Over the left side to Gadigan. Gadigan, eyes up. High post touch for Luna Duran. That's about a 10-foot jumper. That's a nice little shot. Really nice job of moving the basketball.
Bulldogs have got to contest that.
Warriors press again. Bulldogs break it.
It's a nice find.
Fulton, nice pass. That's a long pass. About a 35-foot pass to Meyer on the left side. Just gets fouled on the floor.
Duran with her first personal there.
Meyer could have found a way to just go up quick with that. She would have probably been shooting.
Yep.
Fulton with a three-point attempt on the way in. Good. Three-point bucket. Aspen Fulton. 30-16. Bulldogs climbing back here. 4:33 left in the third. Skip pass over to Kester. Kester left-handed dribble attacks. Juden steps over to help. I think they're going to get Juden on that foul. Yep, Juden. I think that's her third personal foul. First team foul. That'll put Kester on the line shooting 2. Kester's first attempt is short off the front iron.
So far she's consistent. She's missed the first and made the second twice now, so we'll see what she does here on this third attempt.
If you're a Bulldog fan, you hope you jinxed her and she misses this. But your Warriors want to make it. So Kester's second attempt is up and on the way. Short off the front iron. Offensive rebound almost, but then tipped away by Tauber and Fulton off the court into transition off the right side. She's going to get fouled by Bree Kester. Aspen Fulton pushes the tempo and Kester gets her going to the hoop. It'll be 2 shots for Aspen Fulton. That's Kester's second foul. Their second team foul.
Fulton's first free throw is up and good.
So 30-17, 4:20 remaining. Third quarter, Bulldogs climbing back. 13-point ball game. Fulton's second attempt rims out. Rebounded by Shabram off to Luna Duran. Gadigan off the right side. Guarded there by Fulton. Bulldogs in a 2-3 Luna Duran slashes and Gadigan finds her for a 2-point bucket.
So the Warriors just have a little bit better movement on ball and off and without ball.
Here's the ball at the top of the key. Fulton with 3-point attempt. Off the mark, the left side rebound by Kester.
That's going to be Brooks' third.
Did Brooke push her early?
I don't know. She was thinking it should have been a jump ball there.
But definitely appeared to be a jump ball late, but I don't know if he called an earlier contact. So that'll be Brooke.
He was kind of on the backside of things too, so maybe he just wasn't at a good angle. And
that'll be Brooke's 4th personal foul, correct?
Third.
All right.
We took her out.
Why I have not a good statistician off my head. So it'll be Warriors basketball up 32-17 on the Bulldogs. Here's Gadigan. Pass just mishandled there by Neligh.
It was a little high, but
almost open. It wouldn't have to be adjusted much. The Bulldogs were just playing a little higher.
Had a little too much heat on it, maybe.
Here's a 1-2-2 press by the Warriors. Inbounded to Meyer. Meyer left-handed dribble. Center of the court. Trapped here by Gadigan and Neligh. And Luna Duran. And Meyer gets it on the line out of bounds. It'll be turnover Bulldogs.
Not quite sure where she was going there with that.
3:38 remaining in the third. Bulldogs within 15. High post touch for Kester. Over to Neligh. She rolls one in. Off the glass, weird angle, and still rolls it in. 34-17. Bulldogs were within 13. Now they're down 17, and Warriors get a steal off of Fulton. Luna Duran passes off Gadigan. Gadigan in the lane. Bank, no good. Defensive rebound by Fulton. Ball be brought up by Tauber. Right-handed dribble by Tauber. Crosses the timeline, but they're going to get a foul on Gadigan. So J.C. Gadigan picks up her second foul. Third team foul. We see Fana come back in the ballgame. Comes in for Meyer. So the Bulldogs now have Fana, Fulton, Tauber, Juden, and Hoffman. Inbounded to Fulton. Fulton looking to get it to Juden. Juden into the post. 3-point attempt. In and out for Tauber. No good off the back iron. Neligh had
had a
rebound.
good box out there by Cabero, and Neligh just couldn't quite gather the rebound. It goes out of bounds there, so Bulldog basketball.
Bulldogs are in a box set here against the 2-3 zone of the Warriors. Inbound pass intended for Fulton, knocked out of bounds by Cabero. Weird spot to inbound the basketball from the corner from Fanta. Guard. Fulton well tipped, stolen, passed off to Gadigan. She's out to the races with Tauber coming at her. To the hoop, left-handed layup, up and in. It's good for J.C. Gadigan. How many points does she have? Here's the press for the Warriors. They get Fanta trapped. Fanta tries to step through, can't get through it.
Oh, shoot.
They're going to get her for an offensive foul.
Oh, that's going to be her fourth.
It's going to be her fourth personal foul.
In comes Meyer.
And just kind of one of those deals. She tried splitting the trap. It didn't work, but then she did kind of lower that shoulder. It was pretty harmless.
She kind of, I thought she kind of extended the elbow.
Okay.
The forearm.
Now, inbounded to Gadigan. Sorry about the ooth there. I thought maybe there was going to be a foul call there. Passed off the right side. Over to Gadigan. Almost stolen by Tauber. Down to Neligh. 2-point bucket. No good. Rebound by Hoffman. Here's your pressure from the Warriors. They're going to stick with it in the miss. They just went 2-2-1. Fulton with one dribble. Passed up. It's going to be stolen by the Warriors. Too many one dribbles by the Bulldogs. Here's Gadigan in transition. They're going to give her a charge call. Fulton picks up the foul, or the charge. Draws the charge, excuse me.
So that's going to be Gadigan's third personal.
That is an important foul because she does a lot for the Warriors right now.
Yeah, she has 8 points.
And then does Luna Duran have?
She has probably and the little Kester has quite a bit. But Luna Duran.
She got a nice little shot.
Yeah.
1-2-2 press by the Warriors. Inbound to Meyer off to the right side to Tauber. Tauber picks up a dribble back to Meyer across the timeline. Meyer attacks here. 3-on-2. Enters it into Juden off her hands. Picked up by Gadigan. Gadigan up to the races. No number. She pulls it back out. Passes over to Luna Duran. Right side. Eyes a three. Skip pass. Cabero. Yeah. Pass off the left side. Baseline shot by Neligh. Not correct. My apologies. Luna Duran. Right-hand side. Enters. That'll be Riley. Misses it. Gets her own rebound. Off the glass. Misses again. Rebound by Gadigan. Offensive rebound again by the Warriors. Shot up by the Warriors. That one off the glass and in. That's
Cabero.
So there was 4 offensive rebounds for the Warriors. That's tough. 38-17 Warriors on top. Fulton across the timeline. She's in transition. They're going to get her for a traveling or a timeout. Timeout first. Timeout, Kettleson. Bulldogs, their 4th timeout, I believe. So with 1:21 remaining in the third quarter, the Warriors up 38. The Bulldogs send out Hoffman, Meyer, Juden, Fulton, and Tauber. The Warriors Bulldogs get it in to Meyer. Meyer misses it, doesn't get it off the glass.
Can't quite get it off the glass there, did she?
Just kind of a bad angle there, I think. Defensively forced her down.
Yeah.
That'll be a held ball, rebounded, and so the Bulldog basketball again. Here's your inbound. Tauber to inbound. Try to get into Fulton. She's not open. Tauber in the corner. 3-point attempt. It's on its way. It's going to be short. Thing drew rain in January day. It's hot. February, my bad. Still in January. It was a good look. I mean, she needed to take it. And I thought, for a while, I thought it was on.
Yeah, I thought it was going to just drop right in there.
So, minute 9 remaining here in the third quarter. Warriors up 38-17. High post entry to, that is Weeblehouse. Off the left side to Cabera. Back to the top of the key to Weeblehouse. Weeblehouse eyes it up, back to the left side. Swings it back to Weeblehouse at the top. She takes a right-hand dribble. Pressured there by Fulton. And Gadigan at the high post. Fulton gets it. That'll be a jump ball. That'll be stay with the Warriors.
So it looked like in that possession there, it looked like Juden did a much better job of contesting that high post there, and they just didn't move the ball as fluent there. So we'll see here if that continues.
Bulldogs stay in the 2-3 zone on the inbound.
Did she just come in before she passed that?
I don't know, but Bulldogs get the turnover. Forwarded up the ball forward to Meyer. Meyer three-point attempt on the way. Off the iron. Rebounded by Gadigan. 38 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. Gadigan across the timeline. Quick dribble. She picks up her dribble. Guarded heavily by Fulton. Tossed over by Gadigan to Kester. Then down to Shabram. Shabram throws up a shot. Rebounded by Hoffman. 26 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Here's Fulton. Quickly across the timeline. Tripped up by Luna Dern, but doesn't get fall. A three-point attempt by Fulton. It's on the way and good. Three-point bucket. Aspen Fulton. 38-20. 10 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. I'm sure the Warriors will be content getting the last shot. Over to Keston. 7, 6, 5 remaining on the clock. 4, 3, 2. Gadigan with three-point attempt off the iron. No good. After 3 quarters of basketball, it's Neligh-Oakdale Lady Warriors 38. Creighton Lady Bulldogs 20. Lady Bulldogs 20. On the floor for the Bulldogs are Fanta, Tauber, Fulton, Meyer, Juden. On the floor for the Warriors, Luna Dern, Gadigan, Kester, Shabram, and Cabellera. Here's the Bulldogs with the basketball off the right side. Picked out by Gadigan, picked back up by Fulton. Fulton top of the key to Meyer. Meyer eyes Fulton off of Gadigan's foot. It'll be kicked basketball. 24 seconds remains on the shot clock. 7:49 remaining in the ball game. Bulldogs need to make quick work of it here. Fulton with the basketball, top of the key. 2-3 zone by the Warriors. Fulton pushes one in to Fanta. That's technically kicked again, but it's out of bounds. It'll stay remain Bulldog basketball.
So why is it illegal for defensive kick but not an offensive kick?
Offense can't purposely kick it. Offense cannot purposely kick it. So that's considered a purpose kick on defense.
Oh, okay.
They're resetting shot clock to 20 seconds. They are calling it a kick, as they should have. It was a 19-second shot clock, so they reset it to 20. But obviously, the Bulldogs don't want to use a lot of that. They want to get some shots up here early that go in. 7:44 remaining in the fourth quarter. Fanta to inbound. That's 3, 4. Inbounded to Juden. Back to Fanta.
Okay, that should have been a foul.
That would be a foul on Cabrera.
That's her fourth.
Her fourth personal foul. First team foul here in the fourth quarter.
She definitely got the arm there on that one.
Inbounded. Stolen by Luna Dern. Outed, led it to Gadigan, who's out in the front. She's fast. Left-handed layup up and good. That open layup didn't look as good as her contested one off her left hand. Inbounded to Fulton, who crosses the timeline. Some pressure there again by the Warriors. Over to Fanta, top of the right key. She looks to the 3, passes it to Juden. Juden out to Fulton. Fulton, three-point attempt on the way. Off the mark. Rebounded by Gadigan. Meyer tips that out of her hand. It's going to stay Warrior basketball. 7:18 remaining here in the ballgame. 40. Neligh-Oakdale 40. Creighton 20. Here's Kester with the basketball on the left side. D1-4 sub-district basketball at Rock County High School. Gadigan with the ball. Toss. Meyer picks it off. She's in the open court. Left-handed dribble. Left-handed layup. Up and good. 2-point bucket by Claire Meyer. Steal and bucket by Claire Meyer.
Just need a couple more of those here.
6:55 remaining. Warrior basketball. There's a pass off the left side to Gadigan. Gadigan gets down to Shabram. Shabram throws one up. Rebounded by Juden. Over to Fulton. Luna Duran pressures her. Kester pressures her. She comes across the timeline. Forwarded to Fana, but tipped out of bounds by Gadigan. 6:38 remaining here in the fourth quarter. Bulldogs trail by 18. Hoffman back in the ballgame. Comes in the ballgame for Meyer. Inbound to Tauber, top of the key. She takes a look at three. Bank, no good. Rebounded offensive rebound by Brooke Fana, who goes up, gets fouled by number 33, Bree Kester.
Over here, third personal.
Second team foul. Fana to the line for shooting two. Good time to score. The clock stop. First free throw is up on the way and good.
It's going to be Brooke Fanta's first points of the game.
And that'll be the second timeout called by Neligh-Oakdale on the night. Yes, short timeout, 30-second timeout. When we return to action, Brooke Van will be shooting her second of two free throws. Her first points on the night, huh?
Yeah. She hasn't, I mean, she sat a lot of that second quarter, obviously. And
Yeah, she was saddled with some fouls there early.
yeah.
I think she had two fouls with 6 minutes to go in the first.
Yeah. Or whenever it was, I can't remember, but. Or yeah, it sat in the first quarter, excuse me.
A little cheering here going on. I think those Warrior fans. I'm not sure who was cheering.
I
Can't see
wasn't
it.
paying attention.
I can hear it. I can't really see it. All right, 6:32 remaining in the fourth quarter. Bulldogs 40, or excuse me, Warriors 40, Bulldogs 23.
I like it the way you said it the first time.
Fana to the line for second of two free throws. Fana's free throw up and on the way. It's long, off the back iron, off the glass. Rebounded by Gadigan. Gadigan will slow up the tempo, crosses the timeline. Left-handed dribble, pass into Cabrera. Over to Kester. Kester eyes up a skip pass. Goes down short corner to Shabram. Shabram back to top of the key. Over to Luna Duran, who's at the top, or right side. She dribbles right, baseline pass, tipped out of bounds by Brooke Fana. 15 on the shot clock. It'll remain Warriors basketball. Inbounded underneath by Kester. Bulldogs stay in a 2-3 zone. Warriors, 4 low look. Here's Luna Duran, sprints in, misses the layup.
Gets her own rebound.
Gets her own rebound. They're going to call jump ball.
Oh.
So, nifty little inbound play. Luna Duran
Stay with them.
misses it. Gets her own rebound, and then the tie-up. I think Elena Juden was in there on the tie-up. Jump ball stays with the Warriors.
Bulldogs just kind of fell asleep there. She just came sprinting in on the
It's like
backside.
the same inbound play. Different girl ran it.
And she actually
Got
gets
it
in
to
there
her
as
again.
well.
Going to get another held ball. So they interbounded it. Kester under the hoop, who wasn't quite as open, but was kind of open. And then held up by Juden. Inbounded here to Fulton. Warriors with a little less pressure than they were earlier. Still looks like in a 2-3 zone. Fulton dribbles it.
Oh, did
Called
she
her for a
actually
travel.
pull that?
I didn't see that. I think they called her left foot moving. And
I didn't actually see that one. I'm kind of a stickler on those things. I didn't actually see her foot move, but I might have been sleeping. Doesn't matter. It's what it was
kind
called.
of got spread out a little bit.
Yeah.
And
It didn't look good, but I
no.
didn't actually think she moved it. But
Here's Gadigan across the timeline, pass over to Luna Duran. Warriors, I think, content using some shot clock into Kester at the high post. Kester wastes the dribble. Tipped out of her hands by Juden. Toss over to Fulton. It'll be brought across the timeline by Tauber. Tauber, right-handed dribble off the right side. High post. She gets in there. Tipped around by Gadigan. Fanta off the right side. Skipped over to Fulton. Fulton, three-point attempts on the way. It's going to be short off the iron. Hits about 4 people. Rebounded by Fulton. Fulton tosses over to Fanta. Fanta, three-point attempts on the way. Off the back iron, no good. Offensive rebound by Meyer. Meyer gets one off. Rebound by Juden. Juden's going to get fouled on her attempt. There, the Bulldogs are getting some offensive rebounds. I think that's 4 in that possession. That one basketball touched 7 people off the miss.
so that's going to be called on Telema, which is going to be her 4th personal. And Juden's going to go to the line here.
So lefty Juden, first free throw is on the way, up and good. That free throw looked really good. Best backspin on it. Off her hand pretty. 40-24, 5:17 remaining in the fourth quarter. Bulldogs trail the Warriors. Here's Juden, left-handed dribble, left-handed shot, up on the way, and good. Bulldogs close it, 15-point deficit. Here's Gadigan across the timeline. Passes it into the high post, stolen, tipped by Vanna, stolen back by the Warriors. Thrown, stolen back by the Bulldogs. Turnover, Happiness. Here's Tauber across the timeline, picks up her dribble. She's trapped by the Warriors. She steps through, stolen by Luna Duran. Luna Duran to the hoop. 2-point bucket for Duran. That was a mess that worked out for the Warriors. Here's Fulton, pass over to Meyer. Meyer with a nice pass into Juden. Juden, right-handed layup, and good. Bulldogs with a nice, nifty ball movement there in the open court. Goes Fulton to Meyer, Meyer to Juden. Here's the Warriors cross the timeline to Luna Duran. Back to Gadigan, top of the key. Gadigan throws it down to Wheelhouse. Clear cross-court pass, and Wheelhouse gets fouled by Tauber.
Only her first personal, so.
Tauber's first personal. Wheelhouse, just enough height. They list her at 5'6", but kind of long arms, and that pass was able to sneak through that zone. Wheelhouse's first free throw is off the mark.
So the Bulldogs have done a better job of defending that high post, and I think that has caused, now the Warriors have slowed down their tempo a little bit too, but it has caused some problems for them.
The short corner's been more open.
Yeah.
Wheelhouse's second free throw is up and on the way and in good. 43-27, Bulldogs cross the timeline with Fulton. Fulton, right-handed dribble, spin move, top of the key, gets to the elbow, kicked out to Fanta, top of the key, three-point attempt off the mark, rebound by Wheelhouse. Wheelhouse off to Gadigan. Gadigan will bring it up, slows the tempo down. 4:13 and running here in the fourth quarter. Gadigan picks up her dribble over to Luna Duran. Back to Gadigan. Gadigan passes up an open three. Ball's in the corner, guarded by Tauber. Pass to the high post to Luna Duran, actually top of the key. Back to Gadigan, left side. Over to the short corner to Libero. She dribbles out of it. High post to Luna Duran. 7 on the shot clock. Gadigan, left side. This time she doesn't pass up the three. Off the mark, off the back iron, rebound by Tauber. That's actually a perfect possession for the Warriors, though. They used up 29 seconds. Fulton with the three-point attempt. Bank is good. 43-30. Bulldogs have some life with 3:33 remaining. Is that clock wrong? Time? No, it's normally 30 points. Were they that?
They just haven't put it in yet.
Oh, they're slow.
They put it on the wrong.
Fulton with the steal. And Kettleson's going to use her final timeout. Fulton with the steal, but then kind of in a bad spot there right before the timeline. So 3:20 remaining in the ball game. Warriors 43, Bulldogs. Or Mr. Wolf is from.
I thought he was like Central Valley or something, wasn't he? Or no, he was, no.
Closer to
Or
here.
was he Lynch area?
Not Lynch. I don't believe so.
Okay.
I've been wrong before, though. Inbound to Fulton. Fulton off to the left side to Fanta. Fanta dribbles in high post. Elbow shot off the mark. Rebounded by Fanta. Offensive rebound up. Blocked out of bounds by the Warriors. I'm surprised they didn't get a foul call on that one. Not that it was. Either way, I'm not sure. So it'll be Bulldog basketball. 3:09 remaining in the fourth. Fanta's inbound to Tauber. Tipped away by Luna Duran. Sprinted to the basketball by Luna Duran. Keeps it alive. Tied up by Fulton. Then it's going to be thrown out of bounds. It'll be Bulldog basketball.
I should have kept track of turnovers out of inbound plays because it's been a lot.
It has been. Both teams kind of running the zone, and Fulton off the right side,
Oh, man.
out of bounds. Tries to get through that trap off the out of bounds line and just nowhere to go with it. So
Seems like you either need to be just out of control going up to get the call, otherwise they just get you on the.
Yep.
It's kind of a bad thing either way, honestly.
I don't think it's an easy call for refs.
It's not.
Warriors inbound the basketball. Here's Gadigan, right side, tossed down to Cabero. Stolen away by the Bulldogs. There's hands all over. It's going to be jump ball.
Stay with the Warriors.
Stay Warriors. Fulton does a nice job of getting in there. And then was kind of surrounded by three Warriors and just couldn't get it out of there. So here's Kester to inbound for the Warriors. We got some creative inbound plays here, the Neligh-Oakdale Lady Warriors. Left side. Gadigan off the right side, kicked out to Luna. Oh, no, that's Cabero with her three-point attempt off the mark, rebounded by Tauber. 2:33, clock's ticking. Tauber up the left side with the left-handed roll. Back to the right side, back to the middle. Jump stops before the timeline, over to Fulton, left-handed side. Spin move at the top. She kicks it over to Fana. Fana attacks the baseline off the rim. No good. Rebound by Gadigan. 2:18 remaining in the ball game. Bulldogs trail by 13. There's Gadigan guarded by Meyer. Gadigan goes past her, tosses over into Shabram, who's surrounded by Bulldogs. If she would have spun, she was open. Back to Shabram, who squares up. And they're going to get Elena Juden for a foul reaching in there.
It's going to be her fourth.
Fourth personal. Shabram didn't quite square all the way up. There was a Bulldog on each side of her, but the hoop kind of got exposed there. They're just being aggressive, trying to get some steals here. Here's Kester with the inbound.
Girls facing the wrong
Top.
direction.
Got Gadigan with the ball on the right side. Picks it up, skip past to Luna Duran. Inbound, or entered to Shabram. Gadigan, right side. Luna Duran, they're using the shot clock up. 24 on the shot clock. Gadigan, top of the key. Back to Cabero. Back to Gadigan. Patient here. Here's high post touch for Shabram. Shabram turns. Basically hands it to Juden, but a lot of contact, and it's out of bounds. It'll be Bulldog basketball. So the Warriors up 43-30, minute 40 left. Bulldogs could hit a shot here. Changes the complexity of the ballgame really quickly. Here's Fulton, but that one's picked off but then traveled. So turnover on the Bulldogs, turnover on the Warriors. It's Bulldog basketball. Not much time off the clock there. Minute 32 remaining, 43-30. Bulldogs trail the Warriors. Here's Fulton with it. Right-handed dribble. Screen up top by Juden. Roll. Fulton with a three-point attempt on the way. Off the mark. Rebounded by Meyer. Goes up. No contact. They call. Juden, left-handed shot there off the left side. No good. Rebounded by Gadigan. Press up the floor by Meyer and by Tauber. She holds up her dribble. Meyer bumps it pretty good about half court. We're going to get Meyer with that foul. It isn't a bad foul if you can't let them run 27 seconds off the shot clock if you want to have any chance of winning here.
But you're only down to a minute 10, so I'm not sure that, I think you just play hard, aggressive defense here, and if you get a turnover, you get the turnover.
Oh, and Meyer tips it out of bounds, almost gets that one. A turnover in a bucket, though, changes, and if you can get it to single digits, everybody's mind scatters. You never know what happens.
Maybe.
Inbounded to Gadigan. They set a little screen, get her across the timeline pretty easily. She forces one down, tipped by the Bulldogs, though. That's the first time we've seen them in several possessions really try to get something that maybe wasn't there. Bulldogs trail 30-43. Minute 4 remaining ball game. Inbounds to Luna Duran. She enters it in to Telema, who loses it. Fulton with the basketball. She's up the court. Picks it up. Over to Tauber off the left side. Three-point attempt on the way. She's fouled. That almost went in. It was in and out.
That's going to be Caballero's 5th foul.
15 foul, but Tauber's on the line to shoot 3.
No, but it's also her 5th personal.
Yeah. So Tatum Tauber fouled at the three-point line. Shot nearly goes in, doesn't, so she'll end up with 3 free throws. First one's on the way. Bank. Nothing but bank.
It's all right if it goes in.
Yep, you got it.
Keep the bank open. It works.
She banks this one, too. I think she's shooting for it. Nope. Oh. Second one's off the back iron. No good. 43-31. 54 seconds remaining. Bulldogs trail the Warriors by 12. Here's Tauber's third free throw.
Oh, and she crosses the line on that one. She should have just trusted it.
If everybody else can leave upon release, she has to wait until it hits the iron or something. So Bulldogs put a little pressure on here. Looks like man press. That noise changed.
I know. I think it might be our chords.
Yep. So 43-31. Fulton on Luna Duran. Fulton almost steals it from her. She picks it up. Timeout. Warriors. So 44.6 seconds remaining. Bulldogs trail by 12. Really got to get a steal. The Warriors still have 2 timeouts. I don't expect us to see them used unless the Bulldogs go on some type of a terror here. The Bulldogs are in a man-to-man defense. Trying to deny that inbound pass. Tipped away by Brooke Vanna. Just a midget of time runs off the clock. Vanna gets her paw on that ball, knocks it out of bounds. Inbounded by Kester. Vanna's got a little bit of height advantage on her. Again, the Bulldogs are in the denial man-to-man. Throw it. Fulton's going to pick it up in the front court. She advances the hoop, throws one up, off the mark. Rebounded, hustled by Claire Meyer. Tipped out, thrown out by Juden. Tauber's 3 is off the mark. Rebounded by Juden. Juden with a left-handed shot off the side of the backboard. Gadigan with the rebound. Gadigan dribbles it up. She's going to cross the timeline, forwards it down to Telemina. And Telema, my bad, sorry. And she takes a shot, gets fouled on the play. And that's going to be Tauber's second personal foul, I believe. 21.8 remaining on the clock. Riley's first shot's up and good. 44-31 Warriors are on top.
Kind of surprised which they had her layup there. I'm kind of surprised they just didn't pull it out and hold it because I don't think the Bulldogs were going to foul there.
I don't think so.
But she had an open. She was down there.
Second free throw is short, doesn't touch the iron. It'll be Bulldog basketball. So, winner of this one, Fulton in the front court. She's tied up. She throws one over to Fana. Fana with a 19-foot 2-point shot off the mark, rebounded by Gadigan. Gadigan dribbles it up. She's got across the timeline. Guarded by Fulton. Gadigan will pick it up. She can hold this, but she doesn't. Throws it over to Kester. And we're at under 2-1. That's the ball game. So the Neligh-Oakdale Warriors coming in as a 2 seed. Pick one off from the Lady Bulldogs, 44-31 here in the second game of the D1-4 sub-district action. The winner of this game, which the Neligh-Oakdale Warriors will play the